It's your boy JB from Elev,
I know.
and welcome to the vibrant world of RECHIQUE, where sustainability meets style. Oh, and here they are. Hey guys, how you doing?
We're good.
We're good.
A little jazz.
So, who are we here with?
So my name is Latifa. I use they, them, and she, her pronouns, and I'm one of the co-organizers for RECHIQUE.
And I'm Kijo, Gitama, she, her, and I am the other co-organizer of RECHIQUE.
Very good, very good. Well, we're so excited to go through the workshop and get to know you guys. So as we go through the venue, can you guys take us through the venue?
Oh my gosh.
Perfect. And so I'm curious, can you guys tell us who you are, I guess, what do you study, and how are you involved in the community?
Well, I actually took my bachelor's in fine arts in performance theater. And so I'm a producer, an actor, a playwright, and just overall an artist here. And for me, community engagement means so much to me. And this is just one of those things that just matter big time. So that's a little bit about me.
Awesome.
Well, yeah, I unfortunately am still in school. Last semester, about to graduate. I'm so excited. But my major is in Earth and Atmospheric Sciences, so I have a lot of background in sustainability. I've done a bunch of research over the last couple of weeks, actually, just sustainability research. And in terms of community service, I tend to base my research about sustainability in African communities and seeing the impact that it has. Right? I've done a lot of research with the impact of climate change and agricultural systems in Nigeria. I talked about the impact of climate change and the African continent as a whole. And so doing this with RECHIQUE means a lot to me because it's our people, it's Black people. It's bringing that research, theory-based thing into practice in real time with real people. So yeah.
Awesome. Sounds good. Well, let's go through this. And so I'm curious, guys. Could you guys tell us what inspired RECHIQUE?
Well, RECHIQUE was inspired by the fact that I started to feel a little bit conscious and aware that my hair that I do, and I change my hairstyle almost every 4 weeks. So you might not recognize me next month if you see this video. But I work, my sister's a professional hairstylist. I grew up in the salon, and for me it really mattered that we used to be very conscious of how we recycled our hair, just in a more indigenous manner, an African indigenous manner. And there's none of a kind. We're the first of its kind in Canada. And so we saw a gap and we said, okay, I can see myself stepping into that. So that's us.
This is awesome. This is great. Thank you, guys.
So yeah, we would like to bring you in. Welcome to the writer's mess, as I like to say. This is not really the inside of my brain, because if you saw the inside of my brain, you would not even be able to walk through it. This is a little bit of an art exhibit of A Tale of Two Bundles by myself, Kijo Gitama. I wrote this piece for a theater company called Thou Art Here as an immersive theater experience. Immersive means that it takes place, the play is based on a certain location, and it takes place in that location, and mine was at a salon. So this is the location that it lives. I did it at Aphrodisia. Come closer. And as a playwright fashion, I sprouse things everywhere. What is in this hair? I don't know. Mold, dandruff, a first encounter. What does that even mean? I don't know. Something I'm really proud of myself about. I made a list, and I was like, good. And I have so many things here, so many stories. This was a testimony, stories, a bit of a mixture of folklore. A Tale of Two Bundles truly taps in about these two cousins who are Nigerian-Canadian and their roots of trying to find themselves within their hair. So it's a beautiful tale, and if you look at some of the images, this is where it took place. These are some of the readings that I did. I read some books. I interviewed 7 African-owned businesses on 118 Avenue, and there's many. I think there's over 30. Some of them come and go. So, and if you come here, this is part of Renice Boudin's their hairdresser series, to do hairdresser at 8 a.m. And it's really cool to be in here. Yeah. I'm going to pass it to my good pal. Where are you going to take us? Where are we going?
Hi, where should we go next? I think we should go to the film by Tamiro. Yeah, you want to come with us? So it's a bunch of art installations around because we love art. We are very artsy people, if you haven't noticed.
Awesome.
And we like to highlight our friends who also contribute to the conversation of hair and hair care. Welcome to Tamiro's film. If you want to tell us a little bit about Tamiro and the film.
As we're learning about Tamiro, I actually have a question for you all. So, as we walk through like those different creative spaces, like, can you share how experiences as community members and also like students influence RECHIQUE?
That's a very good question because I'm a student. I can attest to that still. I feel like from the student experience, again, being someone who is not from here, we came here for education, and seeing the kind of history that this place has with hair. There's such a rich history with black hair in Edmonton, but it's so almost like unspoken. You don't know until you know, And we want to bring that to light. We want to bring that to the face of people. Students especially, when they move in from a lot of African countries, they come to, let's say, the U of A, McEwen, and other universities here in Edmonton, and they're like, whoa, I'm in a new place where people don't know how to make my hair. How do I do that affordably? How do I learn how to do that in a way that's cost effective for me? And I think for the My Hair is Easy workshop series, that's one of the things I had in mind. Our workshop series was pay what you can, so from $0 to as much as you wanted to. It was affordable, it was free, so you could just come in, learn from the facilitators on how to make your hair your own way, or even get connected to those who have been here in Edmonton doing the work for years, and know that there's an vibrant community, vibrant like history of black hair and black hair care in Edmonton. So that's my student perspective.
Yeah, let's tell you about Tamiro. Okay. Do you want me to pull it out now? Okay, we're gonna go in the kitchen on a quick detour. This is event planning for y'all.
That's okay. Well, as we go to the kitchen, I have some rapid fire rounds for you guys. Okay. So, what's your favorite hair product?
Ooh, mine is one of my favorite hair products that I like to do is just make my own. So just put my own oils and just serums together. But oh my gosh, I think they're called Mary something. And they're Marielle. It's called Marielle. Do you know that brand?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my goodness, their product. Not only can I read the back of it and know what is in it, but it smells good. It smells real good.
Nice. What about you, Queeneth?
For me, I would say my favorite product, very much similar to Kijo on that I prefer to make things. I like to make hair stuff. I like to make oils, all that stuff. But a product that I would recommend for anyone who wants to buy stuff is As I Am. They are so good. And it smells like heaven. It's just nice to have products in your hair that smells so good. You're like, you know what? I feel good. My hair smells good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As I Am products are very good. And they also have their products are also centered towards specific needs. So if you want your hair to be thicker, if you want to reduce or minimize just hair breakage, if you want to make your hair longer, want to add moisture, they have specific products targeted for that. The only issue is that they're very US based. So for Canadian people, it's very hard to get. But in place of As I Am, shout out to Nilo at Aphrodisiac Natural Shop. Because her oils are amazing. And she has a little kitchen in her shop where she makes all of these things. And you smell, you're like, oh my gosh, I want this in my body. I want this in my hair. And you know exactly what's going in as well. It's not some big company, which As I Am is. Although it's really good, but it's a bigger company where you don't really know the creator. You don't really know the backstory behind it. But Nilo's oils, Nilo's products, so good.
Is Nilo here today?
Nilo's unfortunately not here, but shout out to Aphrodisiac Natural Shop. We love them.
Awesome. And what do we have here?
Okay, we have what the West African people call puff puff, but what Kenyans call mandazi. Sounds beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Smoother to the touch of the tongue. But both equally delicious.
So as we go back to Tamiro, I have another question. Are you more of an early bird or a night owl when studying?
I'm an early bird when I'm stressed. I'm a night owl by heart and by method.
Same. I stay up way too late, and I'm like, oh God, I have to get up in the morning. I'm a early bird, but also a night owl. Ooh. So my sleep schedule is very messed up. But that's me.
Awesome. One word to describe your entrepreneurial journey. One word.
Spectacular.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
yeah.
Okay,
and emerging.
Okay.
Heavy on emerging. I think very communal. Very like based in like love. You know what something is rooted in love? I know it's just one word, but I gotta expatiate there. It's very rooted in love, so I feel like a lot of it is communal. It feels home. It feels like home. So yeah.
Nice.
It also feels like hustle. So if you want to do this in community.
Exactly. We can't exist without community.
Yeah.
100%. And last but not least, before we get to Miro, what is the most surprising thing you've learned through this initiative?
Most surprising thing. People will show up. I think it's really hard to believe that sometimes when you start something, you get in your nerves and in your head about it, and you start to look at the door and be like, are people going to show up? People will show up. If you do it with so much preparation and so much care and people can see it, they'll be there. And reach out. Don't ignore the people who you think are just your friends. Like those are your folks that they're there. They're there for you. Treat them with that respect and treat your family with that respect, and you'll go very far. Awesome. I promise you that.
Awesome.
That was a surprise. Yeah.
That was kind of gonna be my answer, but now I have to find something else. I think one of the best things I've learned is just like how vibrant the Black community in Edmonton is. I feel like as someone who moved here like a couple years ago, I didn't think it existed. Yeah. And in the last like 2 years, and even just the last couple of weeks, I've seen just how deeply rooted it is. I mean, we literally met a barber who facilitated one of our workshops, telling us about the history of like black hair and barbering in Edmonton and how deep it went. And we were just in awe, like wow. Yeah. We're just like so honored that we got to like share that knowledge. So I think I didn't realize just how like deep that history is. And I'm just glad that I've gotten to learn and be a part of it. So. Wow,
that's so inspiring. I have to, I get my hair cut, like, but I need to learn the story now, the history behind it now.
Yeah,
so that's
you got to.
I see the haircut.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not in there. Okay, there we go. Now let's go. Let's hear about Tamiro.
Okay. So Tamiro, essentially, in the most eloquent way, said that this is a multimedia poetry collection called Incantations of Black Love, created in collaboration with Black musicians and visual artists, and boldly said, an unapologetic celebration of Black womanhood beyond survival.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
that
beautiful.
One, that part.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
But let's go inside the vendors. Let's go see them. And then Renice actually made the scrolls. And I would love even for Renice, I see you. Come over. Talk about your piece. My classic trait is just like pulling all the introverts into my extroverted like.
Oh, this is awesome. And who do we
have here?
Who do we have here?
Have I become the interviewer?
Hello, my name is Renice Belen.
Renice, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Can you tell us about your work and how you involved with like RECHIQUE? What do you think about RECHIQUE?
So with these pieces, they're reused hair. So like my hair was braided and I cut them out, and I was like, I didn't want to throw it away. Mm-hmm. I was like, I can probably make art with it. Mm-hmm. So that's how these came into these pieces. I was like trying to find a way to incorporate it.
Right.
Yeah. So that's recycling and reusing, repurposing my hair for art.
And how long have you been doing this for?
My art?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been an artist for, I don't know. I've been doing art since I was a kid, but I went to university for it, and I graduated in 2020, and I've just been practicing since then. Yeah.
Nice. And I'm curious, so how can our audience support you?
Oh, you can support me by, I guess, following my Instagram.
What's your Instagram?
Art by Buddan, Art by Buddan. You can see my process sometimes. when I'm showing different exhibitions, when I'm doing workshops or artist talks. Yeah.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Well, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And
We're traveling again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm actually curious. So as we're looking at this beautiful work by Renee, how do you believe that art influences community perceptions about Black hair?
Okay, let's keep walking and talking about it. That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
I think the embodiment, in fact that our hair is styled in different ways, from just if you look at our tribes and how we do it, and it's literally in our ancestry. So art, hair, it's one and the same. It's really one and the same.
Awesome.
And there's my mom. Mama Nelly.
Hi.
The familia. Oh yeah, and my good friend Robin.
Hi, Robin. Robin, how you doing?
Yeah, and my more
Let's just say hi. What did you say? Sorry, Robin. We didn't hear what she said. There you go. She said, "Go Elev, go RECHIQUE." Thank you very much, Robin. Have a good time. Okay.
Our next
good.
mayor.
Did you hear? You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Where are we right now?
We're at the vendor section.
Nice. Let's go.
This is Janelle representing Aphrodisiac. Eating the good Mama Nelly's food. Honestly, incredible business. Check it out. Then this is Teniola, shop by Teniola. Jewelry all designed by them. Like
From her too.
most talented. And if we continue on, we have Indeed with Merlin. This is really cool. Let me do one of these. I gotta put my hands down.
Nice.
And then we
Show it off.
travel
Show
here
it off.
with Hope Beauty.
Plotters that make you fly. I'm just kidding.
And we're also gonna find ways to recycle lashes as well. That's our goal. And then if you come here, you see Grow Gardening with Kismira. Everyone is chopping it up. I love these. And then you have Anisha with Haiku. And then you have Bantu with Kevin. Then Shanisha with Sweetly Beaded. And they're having their parents represent them. Oh. And she's here. She just finished class and she showed up from class. She set up and then she went to class. Dedication. And then we have Lux by Flo by Florian. They're focused. Mustafa. And then our DJ is with the elders right now and community. That's Mustafa. That's a cool person right there.
So, first question, true or false? Synthetic hair can only be disposed of, not recycled.
Not recycled?
Yeah.
That's not true.
That's not true.
I mean, we literally talked about our bundle today. And RECHIQUE, like, it can be recycled for sure. Like, it's made out of plastic, and that's why companies like Rebundle partner with people who know how to make it back into plastic chairs, tables, all that fun stuff. So, yeah, it can be recycled for sure.
100%. Next question.
Okay.
Natural hair treatments are always more environmentally friendly than synthetic products.
So is natural hair
treatments
treatments
are always more environmentally friendly than synthetic products.
So like if having hair natural is more environmentally safe. Oh my gosh, you're about to get me in trouble. True, it is.
True?
Yeah, it's true.
It is true? Good. Black hair naturally requires more products and maintenance than other hair types.
First of all, no, that's not true.
Ooh.
Because black hair needs the same attention and care as other textures. Our stuff is just not publicized. It's not in the open, and that's why it takes us so much more time.
Yeah.
And like I feel like when your hair has been demonized and thought of to be like hard, there's that like intention. It's like, oh gosh, my hair is hard, it's so hard to manage.
Most synthetic hair products are biodegradable within a year.
Synthetic hair products, like synthetic hair itself,
Yeah.
is not biodegradable
No, it's not.
whatsoever. So that is false, hence why we have our bundles on RECHIQUE.
You mentioned that you're still a student. Are you in your final semester right now?
Yes, I am. I feel like I've said that so many times.
And so I'm curious, like, how do you balance your roles as community leaders and students?
That's a good question. Balance? I feel like I think it's my passion. I'm really passionate about this, and because I'm passionate about it, I want to make it work. I won't lie, it's tough being a student and also working and also doing stuff in the community, but it's something that I'm really passionate about. I don't want to be one of those people who go through academia and get stuck there and don't do anything for the community or don't touch the people around them. And so it's the passion behind it, for real.
Oh, that's really cool. And so, like, what strategies do you employ to juggle, like, coursework and community initiatives? How do you do it?
Okay, I try. I am not the best, disclaimer, at balancing, but I'm getting there. I think having a supportive network is good. I have my partner who's really amazing, who helps me a lot.
Nice.
And keeps me grounded. But also having friends and people in the community. Even with RECHIQUE, like we said, me and Kijo, we have each other. And it's like, if someone is feeling like a little bit overwhelmed, we can talk to each other about it. We have that supportive connection. So yeah, that's also there.
So what's the most impactful feedback you've received?
Oh my gosh, I feel like we haven't heard the feedback yet. We've just felt it.
Yeah.
And from
Okay.
what I feel, it feels like everybody's really grateful that this exists. And as an entrepreneur, or I guess an artist that has to use yourself as a brand, I would say for me it really matters that I'm doing something that is intentional.
Yeah.
And this feels heavy intentional. And we really are like focusing on every detail to make sure that the information is accurate, that we are clear about the process, and that there's transparency, because I think that's all people want when it comes to like sustainability and environmental causes, is that we need to know what's actually happening. What are you doing afterwards?
Yeah.
And so we're going to give all of that to you. You're going to get the whole bundle of it. Yeah.
As we conclude our tour today, at today's highlight event,
Yeah.
can you give us a behind-the-scenes peek into what it takes to put together this finale?
Hey, you know what it takes? It takes drive. It takes like a vision. Like you really have to see the end of the tunnel and like keep running. And things may sway you. And I think, as Queeneth is going to say right now, you need a team. You need a team, and you need funding.
Funding. Funding is important.
This was luckily supported by CKUA, Aphrodisiac Natural Shop, also Africa Center, funding the launch of RECHIQUE. So yeah, funding, money, help, support, you need it. And shout out to CBC Radio for featuring us as well, and 5 artists as well. One Love for
Nice.
we got our people. Queeneth, what about you?
This is nice.
I have to attest to that. The behind the scenes, it's, again, having that vision in mind. And, like, remember why you wanted to do this in the first place. Because I think that, like, in event planning or community involvement, there's always something, like, nothing goes your way because it's event planning. There's always going to be things that come up, right? But then you have to ask yourself, why am I? If you get to the point where it's like, why am I doing this? Like, why are you doing this? I'm doing this because I have a love for my people, and I want them to have this access to hair care that feels convenient and easy, and also want them to be sustainable and be aware of the effects of synthetic hair, and just remembering our vision, our mission, and what we want to do, with our brand or our events. And so that's the drive that's keeping us going. And so yeah.
Nice.
Big love.
Nice. And so, for students who want to follow you in your footsteps, what advice would you give them about putting RECHIQUE together and getting involved in meaningful causes?
Volunteer. I know it doesn't get the biggest rep that it deserves, but the volunteers are like the backbone of so many things, and I think more people need to just volunteer, and then that's when you actually learn, and you learn it more gently. You don't get to be thrown right into it. You get support and you get mentors. So I say, if you got a collective that you really love what they do, I don't know. If you have a collective that you really love what they're doing, volunteer with them, and they will pour in every knowledge that they have into you. Yeah, with so much love.
Sounds good.
I second that. Volunteer. I think that even my journey to sustainability started from volunteering and learning even about the Edmonton history and sustainability in Edmonton. It didn't start from black hair, but it started there. And through that volunteerism, I was able to get little nuggets of knowledge everywhere, which eventually led me to where I worked, and even just put in my degree and be like, okay, this is what I want to do with my degree. I want to be sustainable, and I want to talk about social justice and community service. And it was because of volunteering. And that's the best answer.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.